Let's see if this is working. I hope you can hear me. Not sure. Let's see. Let's see if it's working. I'm trying to get everything done. I think it's working. Yeah, I think so. Let's put some vinyl. Anybody watching? I'm just alone here. Let me see if this is. I think this works perfectly. Let me try to attach this thing to the microphone. I don't want to. Let's see him better. I don't want to. Let's see him better. Perfect. What I'm going to do right now here is cutting this vinyl that I have here. I have a big box here. I'm not sure if you can see here. This is the big box of things that I have to do for T-Base in Shibuya in Tokyo. So this stream is going to just me talking, using the pistol here and trying to cut the vinyl. It's going to take a lot of time, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all through. And it's going to sound a little bit higher, so I'm going to try to put the worm pistol not so near the microphone. But you know how it works. I hope you know how this works. This is how Sofubi comes to me. It comes in, not just in one piece. It comes in one piece, but with this part. This is the part where they get the pliers and drag the piece from the molds. So this is just waste. I'm not going to use that one. I just want this part of the piece here. The same goes with the head, for example, of the Geckogon. As you see, this part of the under the neck, this is the part that I'm going to cut. And then here I'm going to cut a hole to just, insert the ears there. So all of those parts, all the parts of the Geckogon and all the Sofubi toys have these parts here. And if I find the body, let me see if I can find the body somewhere. Yeah. You can also see that it has also all these parts. It has this part, the waist, that I'm going to cut, and then I need to open all the holes for the legs, for the arms, and the head I don't need to open because this head is going to be inserted here. So, well, I think let's do this. If you are here, if you're watching, please write something in the chat so I know you can hear me well and you can hear what I'm saying. And just ask questions. This is going to be me cutting the vinyl. So I hope I'm not well. It doesn't hurt here too much. This another thing while you watching and all these things. This thing. This is a warm pistol, and I need to make this vinyl softer to cut it. And this is just hard right now, but if I warm this vinyl with this pistol, then I will cut it easily. So let me try. I hope it doesn't hurt here too much. Then it's soft, and then I can cut it. This. Just following this line here. Let me see if I can show you on the stream. If I'm showing it all right. I think it works. Yes. So just following this line and cutting the piece. And then throwing away this part. This part here, the waist, I'm not sure what to do with this part because it's a lot of plastic. I could reuse it. There are people, I think in the US, that use waste, this kind of waste, to create new toys. That is something that I would like to do it in the future. I would like to use this kind of plastic to make my toys or any kind of toys in the future. But right now I can't. So maybe in the future I will make molds for injection molding, and then I will use this as a waste. It would be perfect for me, but that in the future. Right now I have too much here. Then I have the bin here, so I'm throwing everything in the bin here and put it aside this, maybe here somewhere. I'm not sure why didn't thought about this thing. Yeah, so let's continue cutting the vinyl. How is everyone doing? Can you hear the sound of the pistol? Does it hear us too much, or is just, well, an okay sound? So you can imagine how long time does it take, I'm talking Swedish to you, to cut all the vinyl. And I'm doing a few Geckogons here, but sometimes I have made around 40-50 Geckogons at a time. Now I'm going to make a little less than that, but 40-50 Geckogons at a time is crazy. Is too much, so I won't be able to do all this Geckogon. It takes so much time. That's the way it is. People say that this is not a job. I'm not sure what do people mean that this is not a job. This is a job that takes a lot of time. This is an arm. And the key here is to not soften too much, but enough to cut it. If you soften the vinyl too much, can happen two things. One, that you can lose the control of the cutting, so the knife cuts wrongly, and then you cut into the piece here. And the other problem is that you get burned yourself also, and that's not a good idea. That's not a good thing. Then I'm not sure if I'm going to see. Maybe I can show you here better. Maybe you can see here that I'm not cutting well, very clean cut, and it doesn't matter because this is going to be inside the body, so it's going to be here inside the body. So you are not going to see that. You are going to just well, this is going to be inside the body, so no problem at all. Let me warm and cut those parts so you can see it, because those are a little bit special. No, it's not so difficult, but it takes time. So it is the same, it's just warming up and cutting the pieces. But these pieces of the head and the arms are a little bit more fragile, and they become warmer faster, and they are a little bit difficult to cut. Right now I'm streaming and cut it at the same time. So it takes time and concentration, and when I'm doing it without streaming, I can see what I'm doing. But right now I'm more I'm looking at a camera that I have there and this camera here. So it's difficult to see the lines, and it's difficult to see what I'm doing. And it takes twice the time. So, but that's the way it is. As soon as I'm done with the pieces, with these pieces here, I will clean all the toy. And this is something that you should do as soon as you get the toy from the factory. You should clean it. And it depends. It doesn't matter what kind of cleaning do you do. Just a little bit of soap and a little bit of water, warm water maybe, or water. It's enough, and then you let them dry. But you don't need more than that. Let me see if the camera is enough. Maybe I should put the camera a little bit closer. Maybe something like that. Yes, and what I said before, I'm going to put this part inside this. So it's going to be something like that, and you won't see the parts I have been cutting roughly inside. That's it. That it doesn't matter. That's moving like this. Yes. Let's continue cutting the body. The other part. This pistol that I have, the Black & Decker one, works perfectly. I have had maybe 2 years right now, so it works perfectly. But you should be careful with that one, because it burns you like hell. It burns like hell. This little thing here, this is a good thing because you can put it here, and only you can take it afterwards. So it works perfectly. All right, let's see. Nobody has any questions. It's okay. But if you have any question, if you have something to do, just go to the chat and leave your questions and leave your. I will talk with you. This is the first time I'm doing, I think not the first time, but this is going to be the first of the new streaming that I'm going to do twice a week. I think I'm going to begin with. So you can see the process of making a Sofubi toy, the process of making a toy. And now you are going to see the real thing, because this is a real order that I have for a company. So you will see how I do these orders. So you will see the cleaning process, the cutting process, that's the one that we are doing here. The cleaning process, then you will see the painting process and the mountain and the clear coating and packaging and all the things creating this toy here, the Geckogon. And the Geckogon, I don't have any Geckogon, I have a Geckogon there, up there. But this is one of my most sold toys, one of the most beloved toys in Japan, the Geckogon. And then the other one, Borgor, well, that's another one. So this part here, the part, I'm not sure if you can see, maybe here. This is the part that connects the mold. I can show you that part here. That part is where the fluid of the vinyl connects to the mold, and well, it's a little bit complicated, but this part connects the mold to the piece of vinyl, and then we will need to cut it up. Yeah, it's working. It's a little bit crazy because when I'm doing this thing, when I'm talking, when I'm working, not talking, working, I'm concentrating in the work, in what I'm doing. I'm trying to concentrate as much as I can, and then maybe I make some faces, look something like that, and work, trying to do the best. But I can't see myself, so I don't know. You are going to see the faces I make when I'm doing this thing. You can laugh how much you want. This is the body. Got it. This is the piece, and now I'm going to cut maybe a head, the head one. That. The same thing. I'm going to begin with the neck, warming up a little bit. And then we cut it. In the beginning, when I received the Geckogon, the first time I tried to cut this toy, I didn't understand how it worked, especially the ears, because they were so fragile, and I made a lot of mistakes. But now, after hundreds of Geckogons, I have cut hundreds and hundreds of Geckogons. Now I know how to do it. It's very easy, but it takes practice and it takes time also. But it's very easy. It's not so complicated. And for this one, I just need to insert. I'm not sure if you can see here that there are two parts. This is the outside part of the ear, and then there is a softer part here inside, and you see the delimited place here. So I'm going to insert the knife between, just in the this limit between the softer and the harder part, and then I'm going to make a cut. But with this part I need to be very, very careful. If I do it wrong, I can cut part of the face of the toy. And this is well, this happens often when I'm warming up the toy too much. Then I don't have this kind of resistance with the knife, and then cut through all the vinyl into the face or the head, and then, well, one toy goes to waste, something like that. We do the other one here. We will be continue streaming until around 6:30, something like that. 6:30. And talking and carding and chatting and everything. We don't have too many people watching right now, but, well, it's what is happened the first time you do anything. You are alone, but you continue to do the things you like. This thing, I will do it with an audience or not, or without an audience, because this is something that I need to do anyway. So why not do it and show it to the people at the same time? That's a good thing. But how is everyone doing? If there is anyone there watching the stream, please say only hi. I just want to know if this thing works or not. So write in the chat something, hello, or something like that, because I'm not completely sure that this thing is working. I will put this here. Take that. I need to buy more blades for this knife. It's getting a little bit tired to cut with this one. Let me see if there is some kind of any message on Instagram, on YouTube. I will put a story. We take a picture. Something like that. And then live now. Streaming now. I don't like these things. Not sure how to. If I copy this thing, let me see if it works. Paste, done. It should work. Let me see. Now I'm on Instagram. Let me see if this works. Visit link. Yeah, it seems to be working. Yay! I'm on X also. Yep. Did you hear? I read the news right now at the same time I was sending this tweet. You know, I have been in Wonderfest in this July. And there in the Wonderfest, you can sell copyright material just that day if you follow the rules. For example, you can make Godzilla toys, you can make all these kind of things, and you send them. The copyright holder approves it, and you can sell the toy there on the Wonder Festival once, just that day. No outside the festival, not everywhere. It seems that a company, Red Shark, has violated this thing and sold copyright material outside the venue, outside the Wonderfest festival, and they were punished. They are not allowed to continue making these things. And they took responsibility. They accepted. They said, "Yes, I made this thing. I shouldn't have done. Sorry about that. I accept the punishment." They won't be able to put it more toys or be in the Wonderfest ever. And this is a very big thing. But the thing that I read right now on Twitter is that they send a message for everyone, and they told everyone that they are there is no Red Shark company anymore. So they are closing the company, and they are not making any more Sofubi toys under the name of Red Shark. And I have one of those. One of their toys, and is this toy here. This one, the ones with the judo costume here, and then they have a lot of toy. So Red Shark here. What do I think about these things? Well, I think that when you do something wrong, you should pay for the things that you are doing wrong. That's what I think. But also, as soon as you paid, you can continue with your life. And they are not going to be able to assist the Wonderfest. That's their punishment, and it's a very, very big punishment because their toys are not going to be visible for a lot of people, well, there is some kind of I'm not sure how to say it in English, but but that's a big punishment. And of course, in the Japanese society, this doing something wrong and accepted in the public and something like that is a very, very big thing. But I mean, they have said they did this kind of thing wrong, they took the punishment, and well, that should have been no more. But they are ceasing and closing the company. That is something big, that feels bad, but well, it's their decisions. I can't say anything more about that. Not sure how I would have been what I've been done in their situations. Maybe I would have done the same thing. But I'm not sure. It's a big thing. Maybe in Japan it's bigger than in other countries. Just doing the things wrongly. For me, I'm trying to do the best. I may be doing things wrong or very wrongly, but as long as I'm not doing wrong for other people, that's okay. I can make mistakes by myself and do things wrong, but if it affects other people, well, that's the end of it. But if it's just affecting me, well, I will just live with that. Japanese people are very kind people and takes this pride very seriously. They don't want to do wrong, and I like this kind of thing. How long have we been? 30 minutes right now in the stream. So we have around 1 hour more trying to stream. Let's see if I can cut all those toys before the streaming ends. I don't think so. I don't think so. I have. I bought when I was before I was in before I traveled to Japan. I bought a DJI Osmo 3, I think is the name. Is this thing here? And I took it to Japan. We traveled the Nakasendo in July, crazy, and we part of the Nakasendo, the first part. And then we did a lot of things there in Japan, and I am very impressed with this camera, with this DJI Osmo 3, I think is the name. Is incredible. My latest video I filmed with this one, and I'm using it right now. This one, the picture where you see my face, this one is with a DJI. And right now it's not activated, but if I move, if I activate it and move it, and move myself, it's following me all the way. And then I have my, here, I have the Sony A7 IV. It's a big camera in a gimbal, and that I got from my parent, from my father. And I there is a big difference between those two systems. The DJI is small. It's very, very small. I can have it in my pocket, and then I can record videos at an incredible quality. An incredible quality. Much better than much cameras, real cameras. And then I can take pictures also, but I'm not taking pictures with that one. But for taking videos, like a gimbal, so smooth and so big quality in 4K, more 60 frames per second. I'm filming right now in 24-30, I think. It's an incredible camera, and it works perfectly as a webcam and for streaming. And I can stream directly from wireless from this DJI. So I'm very, very happy. It's one of the best things I bought, and I bought a lot of, well, crap. But this one is not one of those, and they didn't pay me. They don't even know that that I exist. So this is not a paid endorsement, but it works perfectly. And it came with this microphone that I'm filming right now. Also, you can hear me from this. So it's the combination of the microphone and the DJI. Yeah, it's from another planet. I can take it with me. I can record more vlogs. I can make videos on the go. I can go, well, the video of the Medicom toy on my channel. The last one, no, the one before. That video is filmed with this, but they had a system in the cells that did that I couldn't record it, well, that you couldn't record it. The LED lamps, and the lamps they are moving in a certain frequency. And I usually have 50 Hz when I'm recording here, because I'm using LED and power lamps here. So 50 Hz works very well here in Sweden, in the PAL place. But there in Japan, to record those toys in those cells, I don't know, I tried with 50, 60 Hz. I tried everything I could, but I couldn't record without showing those stripes of light. And they are very clever. And I have been watching a lot of streaming about the Medicom exhibition. I have been watching also videos on YouTube, and every one of those has those light stripes. And I think it's some kind of protection. You can record, you can film it, but you are not going to have a very detailed video. I don't know, maybe I'm conspiranoic here. Not sure about that. Any comment? Nothing here. People don't want to talk with me. Talk with me, people. Say something. Is this... Not sure if this is... Not sure if this is working or not. The tracking. Maybe I can. Automatic ISO. Let's see if it works. Maybe it's not so clear, this thing. Maybe I should open this a little bit more. Oh, one question. I received my metallic green and purple Borgor. Love it. I'm very happy that you like the metallic one. That one, the metallic, there is a lot of people that love that one. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I'm a little bit of I'm surprised about that one. Sometimes I create a color variation, and I'm happy about that one. But then I think, oh, this is not going to sell very well, or I think this combination is a very niche combination that just a little bit of a few people is going to they are going to like it, and then it explodes and everyone wants this combination. And sometimes is the other thing that wow, this color combination, everyone wants this color combination, is going to buy this, and just a few people buy this combination. So this thing about combinations and colors and all these things is not an easy thing. You do the best you can and do whatever you like, and if it sells, and if it doesn't sell, well, maybe next time. But I appreciate that people buy my toys. For me, and I have the lucky thing that everything that I put, every of my toys that I put out there sells. So I'm very, very grateful for that. The people like what I do, more or less, but I'm very happy that there is people out there that wants to support what I do. The community in Latin America is growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and I have received also in Thailand a few messages from people from Thailand just about Borgor and my toys and all those kind of things. So I don't know what's happening, but I see the toys expanding in other markets and not just the Japanese market. So I appreciate it, and I'm very happy about that. Ow, it's warm. Ow. Too warm this. I had before, when I cut those things, I had my gloves. I'm not sure where I have them. Yes, those kind of gloves to cut the pieces. Those ones. The problem with those is that I don't have. Maybe I should use it. I don't have. They are too hot here inside, and the mobility is not so great. But let me try. But the good thing is that I don't need to burn myself, and I'm a little bit more protected from the knife than without the gloves. And I have had a big problems cutting the vinyl before. Big problems. And I think everyone that works with Sofubi and vinyl toys knows about this. You don't play with a knife, and you protect yourself. That's the rule. That's the big rule. Protect yourself and don't play with fire or knife. Yep, let's cut these two here. Another leg. So what I'm doing right now is cutting the vinyl before cleaning it and before painting it. And this is for order for T-base. are going to sell a few of my toys there in Japan. They are selling, they have sold also a lot of toys, a lot of my toys there in Japan, in T-Base. The T-Base were the first shop in Japan that believed in me. And they had Egi, they had Bonnie, they have King and Mekasar. So all my toys have been sold there, but not the Burger one. Maybe soon, who knows? And the Geckogon, of course. This is the second time I'm selling the Geckogon there. So I'm very happy that they believe in me and what I'm doing. I met, well, a friend of mine. I can say right now that he's a friend of mine, Cacho Collector. He's a YouTuber from Mexico who lives in Japan. My wife tells me every day that you say Japan, like in Sweden, in Swedish. It's true, it's Japan. But I say in talk in Sweden and mix. I have 3 languages in my head. But this YouTuber, Cacho Collector, he's very big in this Sofubi community, and he makes streams and videos about Sofubi and other things. So I met him in a live streaming in the Wonderfest. He knew that I would be there, so he came to me and we talked a little bit in the stream, and he bought a few Boda toys for and my toys for the people there in Mexico. So we talk about making a YouTube video a few days afterwards. So we met afterwards. We were in different places, and one of those places that we were to record this YouTube video was in T-Base in Shibuya in Parco. This shop, commercial, right? Mall is the name. So that one was very fun. We were there around 1 hour, and we record every toy. And I talked about a little bit about my creation of Art Fabula, my first toys. They had only the first toys that I released. They didn't have, they had a Geckogon, and they had also King Saro Megasar also, but they only had the first toys that I created in 2020 and 21. So I showed those one to in this video. I talked about the history of Art Fabula, and it was a very fun thing, very fun thing to do. Being in a YouTube, in a real YouTube with a real YouTuber, for me it's the first thing. Of course, I'm in YouTube right now. I'm making my videos. I have been making videos for years. Very few people watch them, but it doesn't matter. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the toys. But of course, if more people knows about Sofubi, I would be very happy. So we made this video, and during the stream, the 2 days before that recording, when we were in the live streaming in the Wonderfest, there were a lot of people watching him live. So there were a lot of people that knew of me for the first time. So I've got a lot of new followers and new viewers, new fans, people that are very interested in my toys, and I'm very grateful. I'm not sure what is going to happen when this video that we filmed is going to be released. When it's released, maybe a few more collectors from Latin America will know me, will come to Art Fabula. So I will be sure prepared that I have a few toys for them also. But I'm very grateful that people help me open to other markets. My toys were in the Omo Gallery stand in Wonderfest in Japan. So it wasn't my stand that I had there. It was the Omo Gallery. And that's another kind of company that has helped me. There are a few of those people and companies that believed in me and helped me. One of those was, well, T-Base in the beginning, then Studio Neon right now. It helps me producing my toys and well, everything else. And this Omo Gallery also that put my toys in Wonderfest. So they are from Taiwan, I think, Taiwan. And they are, we have been talking for a while, and they help me with my toys. They help me. They put my toys in those things, so I need to produce more toys for them, so they can sell them. So I'm very happy because they are helping me open Art Fabula for other markets, to Thailand, to other people, other markets. And that's how it works. You can't do this thing by yourself. It's impossible to do this thing by yourself. You need help from other people. I think I'm going to do the following thing. I'm going to continue cutting this thing around until maybe 6 o'clock or something like that. At least 40 minutes more, and then at the end of the streaming I will show you one piece of my collection, my own collection, not my own toys, but my own collections, Sofubi collections. So you can see what kind of toys I like and why I like this kind of toys. So you understand a little bit more about what I like or not like. Let me see. And I can do it like something like that every time I stream. I do the work that I need to do, and then I can make this thing by the end where I show one of my toys. And in that way you will have a lot of things. Not sure what is the best time to stream. That right now is not the best time to stream, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do later. But right now this is the only time I have. Too hot here with the vinyl warming up and the pistol here warming up also. It's too hot, and everything is closed here, and I should be have to open all the windows, because this is when you warm up the vinyl, it produces some kind of vapors and fumes that can be bad. Of course, this is only work if you warm it up too much, and if you are close and it stays here for a long time. But it's better to do these things in a good ventilated area. Let's see. This is taking a lot of time. I haven't even done a tenth of everything that I should do. But I will continue after the stream, making and cut it, all those things. So the Wonderfest, I can talk a little bit about the Wonderfest. I like it very much, but I have a few things that I can say about the Wonderfest in July in Japan, in Tokyo. All right, you need to know that if you haven't been in Japan in July in the summer, you need to know that I'm from Spain, from the south of Spain. Usually the temperature is around 43 degrees Celsius in the south of Spain in summer. So it's not so strange for me, this heat and warm and high temperatures. But I have never ever felt something like that, the warm and the temperature, the heat of Japan in July, August. Only one more than in Japan, and it was in South Korea. That one's last year. That one was crazy. But Japan, oh my God, this also crazy. Is too much. Japan in summer is too much. So see what happened here. You had one ticket, and you have this advanced ticket and a normal ticket. You can buy your ticket there, and you can put it in the waiting line, and then wait until you enter. Or you can buy an advanced ticket and then go direct to the enter of the building. But of course there are also waiting lines because everyone is buying advanced tickets. No one is buying the normal tickets there. So what happened? Well, it happened that thousands of people, I haven't ever seen in my life so many people at the same time, were waiting in lines for at least 2 hours in the summer heat in the parking lot of the this place where we were in the Wonderfest parking lot there. You understand what happened. I saw a lot of people fainting, a lot of people feeling very, very bad. The medics, the ambulance, the people that work there helping them. There wasn't shadow at all. It was in the open. We were waiting nearly 2 hours in the open with so much heat. I was sweating. I haven't sweat so much in my life that day. The pants, the trousers, everything, I was sweating. And I had, it was me and my wife, we had this umbrella that everyone uses there in Japan. sun, umbrella for the sun. That thing, and a little this one, and this thing here, this saved my life. It is, well, I couldn't have survived without this fan here. It's the best thing ever. We put it here, so I don't get any fumes in my head. So this thing here and the umbrella saved our lives, and of course drinking a lot of water from the vending machines. That thing also saved us very, very much. But it's crazy. Crazy. But well, that was bad thing, and then we went inside, and that was the craziest venue I've ever been. 3 big halls, big parts of the building in 3 different places, when all the artists and all the companies clumped together in these 3 parts of the building. It was nearly impossible to know where to find people or where to find the artist if you haven't studied the map before. It's too much. Very, very difficult to find anything. You could find a Sofubi artist, and then a stationary artist together, and then another kind of action toy artist in the same place. So you couldn't find all the Sofubi artists in one place, all the action toys in one place, all the stationary illustrators. It didn't work like that. It was very complicated. It was crazy. And of course, people are not there just for the Sofubi, are there for the Godzilla. It was the 17th anniversary of Godzilla. So there were a lot of millions of people for the Godzilla, not millions, hundreds of people, thousands of people for the Godzilla, just for that. And for the other things. And well, Sofubi, there were a lot of people there for the Sofubi too. But I'm not sure if I will ever be again presence in a Wonderfest. I'm not sure if I want to be there again. And it's because the Sofubi toys disappear between, well, other kind of toys and other kind of artists. It's not something just for the Sofubi toys and Sofubi artists. It's for everyone. So you are paying a lot of money to open your booth, and nobody sees you. Nobody. I'm not sure it is worth to me to put that kind of money to be there. There are better places to put the toys, better venues, better exhibitions. I can't say anyone here in my head right now, but exhibitions that are really done just for the Sofubi artist, and then the people that are there are just buying Sofubi. So in an economical way of thinking, in a business way of thinking, you don't get so much exposure in Wonderfest, but you get much more on other exhibitions and kind of exhibitions. So I'm not sure if I want to be, but it's better that my toys are there, but together with other toys and artists, other people that put them, like for example Omo Gallery, and then just concentrates in other kinds of venues. Look at this. This is one of the ears for the Geckogon. So I need to cut it that part too. And this is the part that I'm cutting, that I'm not cutting. It's a part that inserts inside the head. And the problem with this one is that this part here, not sure if you can see, this part here is not so big. So the part that goes inside the ear is not so big. You need to warm it up. You need to warm it up the head, not the ear, and then you insert it, and it has some kind of movement, and that's something that I wanted on my toys, some kind of movement, more or less, but some movement, very important. So here we have Wonderfest Bangkok. Wonderfest Bangkok, I think Omo Gallery is going to... When is Wonderfest Bangkok? Is next year? Or it was now? I think it was in Thailand. It was now. I have all my toys. I have my toys there too. Omo Gallery had my toys there, and I think, I'm not sure, were sold out. I need to talk with them. Do you need art piece more than toys for gallery? What do you mean with that? Do you need... I think that it doesn't matter, because art toys and Sofubi toys are different kind of toys, and different kind of people loves these different kind of toys. There are a lot of people that loves Sofubi toys, and they buy these Sofubi toys directly from the artist and directly from shops that sell Sofubi toys. For example, T-Base, Hakaba Gallery in Tokyo, One Up in also Tokyo. So that's the way to buy and participate in lotteries that they are making, the artists and the galleries and so on. But art toys is a different kind of thing. There are more artsy things, the art toys. They are more clinical, more perfect form. And it's something that people from the galleries, artsy people, loves more than this monster thing of Sofubi. So I think art toys works better with galleries. These art toys, and I have a video about the difference between art toys and Sofubi toys, I think. Well, yeah, some kind of things. Like maybe painting for gallery painting. Yeah, illustrations maybe. Illustration, it depends, because there are galleries that sells toys. For example, in Madrid, I have 4 or 5 of my first toys still in that gallery in Madrid. And I had in different galleries also my toys. So there are galleries that sell toys. And if you see the Murakami exhibitions and this Medicom exhibition in Japan also, there are galleries, but they are specialized in toys. So you need to find the right gallery. But of course, the normal thing is illustrations and maybe sculpture for the galleries. So yeah. Let's get a few bodies here. But I'm not an illustrator. I don't like to. It's not that I don't like to paint. It's that I can't paint. I'm done with painting. That's what it is. I've tried so many times. No, I don't want to paint. I can't, and I don't need. I'm 40 years old. I have a lot of things that I can do, and I'm trying to be the best at those things. And well, try not to start too many things at the same time. What do you think about resin toys? Well, I love resin toys. I have, if you see what I have here, behind myself here, they are 3D printers. And I have a few. I have a few of my creations in resin toys. I'm not sure if I have the other one of the oldest toys here. No, I don't have anyone. What? That's crazy. But for example, I have this one. Maybe here we can see better. This is one of my creations. It's Chief Bongo, and this one is a resin. I haven't even sold this one. I'm not going to sell this one. But it's some kind of priest. Not a priest. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is saying. It's a sumo fighter with a priest kind of thing here, with the art fabula. This one is a resin toy, and I had the Koburingu, another of my old things that I made the resin toy. And, well, it sold a few of those. Not that one, because I've never sold this one. But I like it. And I create this one. This is the last one. It's a Batagon. Not sure if I'm going to create that one, if I'm going to produce that one. But the problem with the resin toys is that are very fragile and very static. They don't move too much. You can't play with this one. You can't do anything. It's like a statue more than a toy. So that's why I don't like to say that it's a toy. Of course, there are people that are making movable resin toys, but this is another kind of resin that I don't work with. For example, like action figures that moves arms and legs, those kind of things. Yeah, I know. But I think I'm more of a sofubi kind of guy. Yeah. I like more sofubi. You can pose it, you can do whatever you want, and it's not so fragile. That's beautiful of the detail. Thank you very much. Well, the toy is there, but I'm not sure if I'm ever going to release it. But the toy is there. Maybe in the future, if people love that one, I can put it on. I can sell it. Maybe, I don't know. I have around, I have a lot of toys that no one has ever seen. And it's because I'm not so, I don't know, not so sure about those toys. So not everything that I design or design I produce. Just a few of those comes to life, like the Geckogon, and this one, and the Borgor. This one, I'm not sure if you have seen the Borgor. This is a Borgor. That one is the Borgor. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is the big one, and this is also movable. You can move the arms. Right now it's very, it doesn't move too much because the paint has dried on the arms, but it's movable. The arms, the legs, this one, the burger. This one is a vinyl too. This is not as resin one. It's a vinyl too, so it works with vinyl. It's too hot here. How goes the time? Yeah, 10 minutes more. 10 minutes more, and then I will show you one of my pieces from my collection. And it's something that I'm going to do. I'm going to begin showing my collection. And we are going to begin with one of my latest toys acquisition that you can see if you watch my latest, not the latest, the before that YouTube video about an unboxing of the toys that I bought both in Japan and that I won as a lottery. Is one of my latest obsessions, this artist. I will buy everything that he does. Not every color, but maybe every toy, every design that he makes, and have one of those. Oh, well, I'm alone right now, so I won't talk about that. Oh, it's not so good. Too hot. Ow, too hot. I'm not sure if I got some message or not. Okay, just watch it. I was in I made a video last week or last few days, last day, I don't remember, the beginning of the weekend, about why that video, it was, I don't know if people understood it or not, but the thing is that I talked about why I think there are people out there that are harming the community, the Sofubi community, and it's very important, that one, because a lot of message that I got in this video mixed the art toy community and the art community with the Sofubi community. I'm not sure everyone understood or understand the difference between one community and the other community. They are very different community, and there are very different kind of people that are in those community. Both of those, art toys and Sofubi toys, are toys, and they are some kind of custom. There is some kind of customization doing by artists or craftsmen on it. but they came from very different places. Art toys, the traditional art toys, the first ones are toys, they came from the necessity to include the pop art into something that everyone admires, something that everyone has, a toy. So this vulgar, this normal thing, a toy, and this pop culture thing, mix it together, makes an art toy. For example, if you do see a cause toy, an art toy, then you will see Mickey Mouse. It's a Mickey Mouse with some kind of graffiti inspiration, because the cause designed this guy with the cross eyes. It began in the graffiti. So they mixed the graffiti culture, the pop culture, with the other pop culture, the toy that was Mickey Mouse. So they create these things. And well, it was with everything. Skaters with toys, The Simpsons with toys, but of course with some kind of customization. So all of these things are toys. So Fobi toys came from another place. It didn't came from this necessity. It came from normal toys for children from the 60s in Japan. Godzilla and Ultraman, especially Godzilla and Ultraman, those two things. So no, they don't come with for the necessity to mix the pop culture and the toy. It came with the necessity to create something new from something that already was there. There were people that were creating kaiju monster. I have been creating kaiju monsters like the Geckogon, for example. So the Geckogon is a kaiju. So I took that, maybe it's a pop culture thing, but I took that kind of monster from the TV series, but also from the toys of the 60s, and made my own version from my own imagination. Yeah. But the thing is that those toys, in the classical way, they didn't cost anything. It was a very cheap thing to do. Of course, it's cheap when you make a lot of toys and when you are a big company like Marusan. I understand that you need to sell at a higher price if you are making less toys, and if you are, like I'm doing, customizing these classical toys by hand. But there is I think there is some kind of stop price. I'm not sure if people should sell the toys at $200, $300. I'm not sure, because we are stepping in the art toy community. I think we should continue in the Sofubi community. And Sofubi community is not cheap toys. I don't mean that you need to sell cheap toys, but I think that you need to sell cheaper toys. Cheap, not our toy price, but Sofubi toys price. And then you need to sell a lot of those. And they need to be, well, movable and not just a statue. It's a toy. That's a real toy. Art toys are not usually real toys. They are toys-based statues. Often you can pose those toys, you can move it, you can do whatever you want, but they are not as movable and as possible as the traditional Sofubi. So that's my idea. And with this thing said, the video that I made, the latest video that I made, was just about that. There are people that don't understand this kind of differences, and there are a lot of people that have the money, of course. To buy things in Japan is very cheap, and they don't have the same maybe level acquisition that in the West, but it's how it is. And there are YouTubers there, and I don't mean YouTubers that are making good things for the community. I mean YouTubers that are inflating the Sofubi community. So YouTubers that they have a lot of money and bought, well, a lot of toys from bigger collectors and doing those kind of things. Just and they have a lot of followers that are also doing the same thing, and then they jump to the next artist, Sofubi artist, and they try to inflate the toys, buying more and more and more and more and more, and then people that have been following those artists since, well, the beginning, they can't buy more toys because, well, the artist sees that it's selling at $500, and of course they are going to raise the price to $500. They want to make money, I understand that. But this is something that is creating a bubble, that I call a bubble, an inflation. And this inflation is very, very dangerous for the community. Not for the people that are buying the toys, but for the people that stays there and try to live from the Sofubi toys and from the artists and also from the community. Because the people that inflate the community, inflate the Sofubi toys, they are going to jump to something else when this thing explodes. When they are tired of buying toys, when the community when the artists don't sell more toys, or where it's getting too expensive to anyone to buy a toy, then those people that inflates the community, paying high price and making this some kind of art, they are going to jump the boat, and they can jump the boat because they have the resources to jump the boat. So they are going to jump the boat, and they are going to leave us here with nothing. And that's the danger of everything. That's why I meant when I told everyone that, well, we are harming the community. Well, I got a lot of feedback, good feedback and bad feedback, very bad feedback. There was one commentary that I was very not angry, because I know where it comes from and who is the one that wrote that commentary. It was very easy to know who it was, and this person that wrote that commentary said something like, well, why are you talking about respect and craftsmanship when you only paint the toys and sell the toys? You don't do the toys. And that commentary, and then he told us, you don't name your the 3D modeler, you don't name the factory you're making your toys. That commentary, I understand, and I would have answered this commentary if I didn't understand what it came from and who is the person that made that commentary, and it didn't came from a new user that that made an account just to write that commentary. So I delete that commentary, but I'm telling you what it said, so I don't have any problem. But I don't want that kind of commentaries in my YouTube. And why? Because, well, if you are angry about me, don't watch my videos, do something else. And don't make an account, please, just to write those kind of things. Don't make an account. Put your name there if you want to know who you are. I'm not sure if I have my suspects here, but I don't know who you are for sure. But at least that's it. And that commentary showed me that this person, I don't know what it is, some kind of troll of internet, didn't know anything about how Sofubi industry works. Nothing. Zero. And that he or she had some kind of ego that, well, too big for this. This person didn't understand the community, because the Sofubi community, you don't do the things by yourself. That's what it is. You can't do anything by yourself. You don't have the possibility to do the things by yourself. You do one thing, two things, and then send it to another people, and then continue. They work for you, and you get back the toys, and then you do whatever you want. But you can't. Let me give you an example, not my example, but another example. Realhead, big one, Realhead, one of the best artists in the Sofubi community. He designs the toy. He just draw the toys. He's doing exactly like I'm doing. He draws, he makes a sketch, and then sends the toy to a modeler. And the modeler comes back to him and say, this is your idea in 3D, is this okay? And he watch the 3D modeler and make some changes and say, no, this is not what I was thinking about, maybe make the head big and less, blah, 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 something like that. And then he sends the toys to a painter, and he helps also painting the toys. But Goto-san is a painter, the painter that paints nearly all his toys. He helps Goto-san also painting the toys, but it's mainly Goto-san, and well, it's another step. But he sends the toys to before that, when the 3D modeler is making the toys, has made the toys, he sends to the factory, and the factory creates the toy, and he gets, how are you going to make the toys by yourself? How in the world somebody come to me and tell me that why I'm talking about respect and craftsmanship because I'm not doing all these steps by myself? Of course not. Nobody can do all the steps. There are people that are very, very good at drawing and makes a design, but are very bad at sculpting. So they let other one sculpt their creations. There are people that are very good at sculpting and make the design and the sculpting by themselves, but they don't do anything else. They can't paint the toys. So there are other people that paint the toys. There are a lot of examples about that. There are people that are making maybe the design and the 3D and the paint, but not the modeling or anything else. So in this industry, you can't do everything by yourself. You can't be by yourself. That doesn't mean that you aren't the creator or the artist that owns the copyright and that makes the toys. For example, I can give you an example. The Geckogon. The Geckogon is my creation, it's my design. I got the sketch, I send it to the modeler, and the modeler make a very good design from my sketch, some kind of a translation of my 2D design, and then from that base form we added a lot of details to delete a lot of details and something like that, and then with my instructions we created the Geckogon. He helped me doing that, of course. But the thing is, this person, my modeler, he's a professional. He's like a photographer or something like that. He doesn't... Those kind of professionals in the Sofubi world, they don't work with their name. They do a work. You pay those professionals for your work, for their work. And then they do the work and up they go. They do another work for other people. They are modelers. They are painters. They are designers. They are not artists. They don't care about their names in their products. They only want to make the best job they can and be as professional. If I would make that collaboration, for example, the latest collaboration I made with Pendragon, here you see the Pendragon toy here in the or here. If I made one of these collaborations, of course I'm going to talk. I'm going to say who is the person that makes this toy. Pendragon, of course, and then just painting it and selling. I'm not doing anything more than that. But we are making a collaboration. He gets money, I get money from selling this one. But from selling or making my own toys, you get the money for making the job I paid for to make it. And the same goes for everyone. You can't find anywhere else that Geckogon paints real head. Real head don't tell anyone that he is painting. You maybe have heard in a YouTube video, you have seen that they painted those toys together also. But there is any place that you can read that real head say, no, Geckogon is painting my toys. It's not some kind of publicity. Geckogon, the big Geckogon, is just a professional. He doesn't care about the name. So he doesn't have a big ego like maybe the person that wrote that commentary. So that's how it is. So I hope you understand my point of view, and I hope people understand that in the Sofubi work, the things works very differently. Of course, I can lift, I can say my modeler, of course, I will name my things, but I'm paying for those work. I'm working with professionals. I'm not working with people with big egos. The ego, you are not working with. You can't have a big ego in this community. You need to be humble. You don't need to try to create a big name in this thing. You need to do a good job. And this is how it is. This is how it is, the Sofubi community. You are this thing. This is what it should be. What it should be famous. I want the Geckogon, the figure, to be famous, not me, the Geckogon. I want a lot of Geckogons to sell. My name is not important, Art Fabula is not important, but Geckogon is important. So I want you to sell. I want you to see Geckogon and say, wow, I love that one. And when you see another Geckogon, say, wow, that one is very good, and so on and so on. So that's what I wanted to say. Yes. Just a thing. So people, there were a lot of people that didn't understand my video, but I love the community. There were a lot of people, and this is a funny thing. The critique and the bad feedback. No bad feedback. I didn't have bad feedback, but the people that say that you don't understand. I don't know anyone that works for money. Is people that often works alone as an artist, selling maybe smaller toys, maybe it's a resin toys or something like that do it as an art. But I'm not referring to those people. I'm referring to the ones that are working in bigger things like the Sofubi. The Sofubi is a little bit bigger than those resin artists community. So yeah, that's what I meant. And then the people that understood everything were exactly the people that are working with the Sofubi community. There were two people, one painter and one, two painters that understood exactly what I meant when I told that there are a few people that are harming the community. So that's the way it is. I'm just rambling. I'm tired to talk. I'm very tired. Community, hello, hola. Please, community, tell me something. Talk to me. I need to hear about the community. I need to hear about you. What are you? How are everyone doing? Let me cut one tail more, one or two more, and then I will show you in 4 minutes. I will show you one of my favorite toys from my collection. We can talk about that one. My community mostly resin toys. Yeah. I know a lot of people about that creates resin toys, and they're a very good community. I love that community. They are doing great things, very, very, very good things. I think one of those, Sinkemil, I think is the name. Sorry about that. Is one of my favorites from Spain. Geckogon, I think is the name. I love that community, and of course he does everything by himself, because he can't do everything by himself. He can draw, he can design, he can make 3D modeling, he can print, and he can paint, and they sell the toys. It's easier, understand? I don't mean easier in a bad way. I mean it's nowadays easier to produce a resin toy than a Sofubi toy. I can print Sofubi toys, but I can print resin toys. So it's easier for one solo artist to create resin toys, and of course it's easier for them to create, but it's not easy for me to be one artist. To make everything, I need to send the toys to Japan. They need to be produced in a small factory in Japan, and then they need to be sent to me, and I paint them and I sell them. So it's a little bit more complicated thing. Do you mean the base is the base color of the Sofubi chosen by you, or the factory conditioning according to stock? Cheers from Barcelona. Barcelona, hello. This one is black, and it was me that chose that one. It doesn't have anything to do with the stock, but with the painting process that I'm going to use afterwards. For example, I painted, I used this one. For the Geckogon, I have in black and I have in white. I usually use white for more pastel and normal colors, and the black one I normally use it for the metallic colors. So the black works very well with metallics, and the white works very well with lighter colors. So it's just that aesthetic choice. I have. Let me show you one thing. No, I can't show you. It's too high. Well, I can show you a little bit, but those things. That's the value of sofubi. I heard it's exclusive made in Japan, the most maybe higher than those made in China, if you know what I mean. Well, this is another thing. Be careful with that one. Of course, the sofubi produced in Japan is good quality, is another level. It is the sofubi made in Japan, like this one, is incredible. But it's not about the sofubi itself. It's about all the process around. It's about the people that works with the toy. It's about the way of working with the toy. The contact you have with the people, the quality, the energy, the life they put, the energy they put to create, to help you to create your toy. You will get a perfect piece each time, and they're going to put a lot of care creating this thing. And of course, the molds are better quality over. So it's a little bit better quality, but it's about the care and it's about the quality control of the piece. The Borgor is not made in Japan, it's made in China. And this is an outstanding toy. And it was wonderful for me. So I have never seen something like that. And it's because I had also this kind of idea, the quality. But when you have the Borgor in your hands, when you have this toy in your hands, you won't see a difference from a Japanese sofubi at all. I think if I put the Geckogon and the Borgor beside, you won't see a difference. And it's because there are factories in China that creates the same quality or better quality than in Japan, or better quality. So we are getting closer and closer. We are getting closer and closer. So be careful, Japan. Be careful, because they are coming and they are already there. So yes, Japanese sofubi better in some ways, but Chinese, well, that's another. But also you need to see because there are a lot of people that are doing their sofubi toys in China, and I see pictures online, and I can see that the quality is not there. You can see it. You can see that, well, they are cheaply produced. The vinyl they're using is completely different than the vinyl they use in better factories. So there are a lot of Chinese sofubi factories that are horrible, but you need to choose the right ones, and it's very difficult. That's the problem. That's very difficult. In Japan, you know that it doesn't matter which factory you choose, you will get the quality. They call vinyl. There are factories in China that are making very good sofubi. Yes, I have some productions by Chinese artists that are fantastic. They are incredible. I have. Do you know Boda? Boda, the artist Boda. He's selling the toys. We are selling together the toys in Omo Gallery in Wonderfest and all exhibitions. His toys. I have one of his toys there. His toys are incredible. The quality is incredible. I love what he does and the sofubi toys he does. So the quality is there. The quality is there, and we should be careful to say that China is worse than generalizing. But yeah, I understand what you mean. And then in China it's called vinyl or PVC. Vinyl, PVC, sofubi. Right now they call it sofubi also. But sofubi toys in the beginning were the toys made in Japan in a slush way, with those moldings that are hollow inside, and then they pull up from the mold, right? That's the sofubi. Then we have the rotocasting method here in Europe, in the West, and this is just a mold that you put the vinyl inside, and then it rotates and rotates and rotates, and it creates the toys. My first toy, Eggy, is also made in China, and is not a sofubi because you can create these forms in a sofubi toys. It's impossible to create these forms in a sofubi toys, like the legs or the arms, for example, with the body. So it's made in a rotocasting. Let me see. In China, I have some piece of snail for 4, and they are sublime. They are sublime. Yes, they are sublime. Let me see if I see one of those latest. Sublime. I saw something. I can find anything. Maybe it wasn't him. If you have any Instagram account by Sublime, can you put it on the chat so I can see it later? I can remember who it was. Hard plastic, that's vinyl filter, right? Those must produce big brand. Yeah, the big brands are. It's not about the brand or the size of the things. It's more about the kind of product. The sofubi toys. There are bigger brands that are making sofubi toys, but they are making in this soft, hollow plastic vinyl toy, and in this method that I told you before. That's the sofubi way. And the other one, the PVC of vinyl. This is some kind of PVC. This vinyl thing is a PVC. That's the name it is, but we call it sofubi because it's soft vinyl. So that's what it is. Well, I think it's time. Thank you for everything. But I'm going to show you just to end this stream. I will show you one of the pieces of my favorite artist right now, and this one is Elegab. He does everything, but no the molding, of course, and not and sometimes not even the painting. Sometimes he use, especially right now, he use a factory, a 3D another factory to paint their toys, but that's another story. But he makes this kind of toys. I will show you here in the small. Okay, this one is the latest one that I got from him. Is a sofubi toy made in Japan, in a factory in Japan, and I think it's painted by himself. So this is a sofubi made in Japan. I'll show you here. This bigger. And what I like from this artist is that he creates everything. He sculpts everything by himself, and he's very inspired by kaijus from the 60s, the traditional ones. So it's an incredible artist. He's one of my favorites. And he's very big in Japan. In Japan, he's incredibly big. But look at this. Look at the color scheme of and how they use colors to paint the toys. They use, for example, this. Look at this. This orange color. It was his choice. It's a very classical one. The classical toys from the 60s were made in this orange base color and then painted with those colors here. So this is a classical toy. I will someday will make that as Geckogon in this color, base color. So it's base one is a very good one. I love it. It has this kind of mascot. I'm not sure what it is. Besides this, and it goes something like this. It's like a, I don't know how to put it. Maybe something, I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Crazy. Elegab. Follow him, buy his toys. He's incredible. You only can get those by lottery. So it's difficult to get those, but it's not impossible. So you will get one. So this is the first one, first streaming we are doing. First stream I'm showing my own collection of toys. I will continue showing all my toys as soon as we are done with the streaming each time. Let me read the commentaries here. I really like in the United States the so-called garage of Ubi that many artists do with the small productions. They are incredible. They are very good people, very good artists there in the USA. I would like to maybe penetrate that. Okay, that world, the United States. I sell a lot of toys to the United States, but I need to have more connection with artists there in the United States. What you hear is, I think it's my wife outside with that one. I hope you can hear too much. And then there's more. Wow, here in my place we don't have people that can produce Sofubi or China vinyl. Where are you from? Kaisar. I'm from Sweden and we don't have anything here in Europe. It's impossible to produce anything here in Europe. So I produce in China and right now all my toys, but Borgor are produced in Japan. So I'm sending this. Awesome. All the Elegab is awesome lottery in pre-order. Yeah, that's how he do it. He makes a pre-order with a lottery system on it. He sells a lot of toys. All right, people. Let me do this a little bit bigger. I hope you liked this first stream. We still have this incredible quantity of toys to cut for the T-base. And I have a lot of work to do. And the next time, I think I will be done with this cutting and I will make this thing. I will be cleaning maybe the toys. I'm showing a little bit about the cleaning toys. So if you have any questions, please go to the Instagram account with the Art Fabulas, put a comment there or send a direct message or a commentary here in the YouTube channel or so. Subscribe to this. It helps me a lot. If you watch videos too, it attracts more people that watch the videos. I'm trying to do this for the community, and well, I hope you like every kind of support helps me. And if you are interested in my toys also, I'm working with the VIP community, and the VIP community is you go to the website artfabula.com, and then there is in the menu there is a part that it says subscribe, and then it's just a newsletter. So you write your email account, and then when I release a toy, I usually release the toy exclusively first for the VIP community, open a secret shop, you get a password, I open a secret shop, and you can get the toy if there is enough for everyone. And then if it's not sold in the VIP community, then I put it in the normal shop. But often, well, it doesn't happen. It disappears in the VIP community. So subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and you will get emails when I release something or when I'm going to release something, and with the password for the secret shop. So in Spain you can produce. Yes, don't talk about that, the production of the toys in Spain, because I have a very bad story about that in Spain. I don't want to talk about that. I will talk about that in another stream maybe. But yeah, I know. So there are people that tell them all in box to cut more quickly. Yeah. I have a video about that. I have a box where I put this in my box, not this one, but a similar one, air dryer, and then I warm it up. But the problem is, well, I will need to make a new version because the other one was burned. So I need to work with that one. All right, it's 2 minutes after the time. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel if you want. And thank you very much for this chatting with I have. I hope the community gets bigger and bigger with the streams. Thank you very much for being here. See you soon. Bye.